Environmental Influences on Offender Trends and Patterns, created by Cassidy Bigelow. This presentation will introduce 4 different environmental influences that help to explain possible trends and patterns in offending. First, let's look at how weather changes offender trends and patterns. During the summer months, crime can be higher due to school being out, people being away from their homes for vacations, and people's mental state being affected due to higher temperatures. According to Frank Otto, when the heat index, a metric that uses temperature and humidity to represent human comfort, was 98 degrees, rates of violent crime were 9% higher compared to days when the temperature was 57 degrees. When it came to rates of disorderly conduct, they were 7% higher on 98-degree days than on 57-degree days. Next, we will look at how population can affect crime trends and patterns. According to the NCVRW Resource Guide, results from the UCR and the National Crime Victimization Survey indicate that cities with a larger population generally have a higher crime rates than suburban or rural cities. Higher populations can cause higher crime rates because there is more of an opportunity for offenders. Now we will look at how unemployment rates can cause crime trends and patterns to rise. According to Bennett and Auzad, displaced individuals are significantly more likely to commit a crime, which leads to conviction post-displacement, but not in the time leading up to displacement. This information tells us that after losing a job, people are more inclined to participate in deviant behavior and tend to get caught and convicted because they aren't career criminals. Lastly, we will see how poverty affects crime trends and patterns. According to HUDuser.gov, greater overall income inequality within a neighborhood is associated with higher rates of crime, especially violent crime. Poverty can be associated with higher crime because of the people that end up in poverty-stricken neighborhoods. Oftentimes, the mentally impaired, those who have been incarcerated, and those who have low income and are desperate live in these neighborhoods, causing crime to be higher in these areas. The mentally impaired often live in lower income neighborhoods because they can't get high-paying positions and are stuck working jobs at minimum wage. Those who have been released from jail or prison often live in these neighborhoods because the halfway house is close by or because of their record they can't get a high enough paying job. This can also be the cause of recidivism because offenders see the crime and go back to their old ways. Lastly, desperate people will do desperate things. Those whose income is lower than the federal poverty line tend to get involved in crimes such as robbery, theft, and drug crime to make enough to pay their rent and utility bills. All sources used for this presentation are credible and proper recognition was given for each author.